Did you get that list there, Skip? Well, I got my list. I started with you and then 2QU, WHK, IYC, that's it. Ever since it started right away. With Andy TKX. Okay, let me go with that one too. Very good. All right, good evening. Let's see other additional check here. Let's see what I have on the current list. I have Andy from TKX, 76 Larry, 96 JKM, Corbin. So let's see who else may be joining us. This is Skip in Santa Monica. They're checking in the radius for the interclass net. I think the least probably will be WJ6W or his alternate. Anybody else for the earliest for the West Coast Carolina? Okay, 6 hours,
November 9, Alpha, Mike, India.
68CX, welcome aboard. 6 really very nice. It's really good. You go ahead and take on there. You're loud and clear here. Conditions are great tonight. All I can say is copying everybody. So it's going to be a great net tonight. Just stand by for the net. And 6 a.m. There's nothing. It's down the road, and then there'll be somebody underneath me there. I think that's part of the list already. The nose is there, but we can deal with it. Yeah, everybody else for the early, for the West Coast Amanda, coming up at 8, K6 0.
November 9, Alpha, Mike, India, and 9 AMI.
6AF. There's a carrier also under, but you were right. Welcome aboard and Happy New Year. Let's see who include the carrier of F6AF, please. 6AF. Yeah, Ron, if you could rewind the play W7MS, okay, W7MS, also. Okay, hang on there, Ron, a moment. Let me write down NAMI. And there was somebody else, and who was there before W7MS? So we checked out the AIX, or I forget to call that. Well, the one before him was 06 Alpha Foxtrot. November 6 Alpha Foxtrot. You know that? Yeah, November 6 Alpha Foxtrot. And 6 a.m. This will be clear. I'm out from the road. Let's start on 6 a.m. Okay, very good. Hey, let's start with John there. N9AMI, when you turn it over to N6 a.m., Chuck, and Chuck W7 on that. And let's see how their signals are. K6LGL.
K6LGL and 9 AMI. Okay, Skip, very good. Happy New Year to you and everybody else out there on the in the ether of the net there. You're hanging in pretty good tonight, Skip. Sound a little bit better than usual, so hearing you okay here. And seems like the band is okay. And we'll leave it at that for now. Be around for net at 8 o'clock. I think it goes over to N6 AF. I think that's who that was. And 9 AMI.
All right. November 6th, Alpha Fox. I hear other people hang up and whatnot. I'm running I built this back in 1971. Runs a carrier. I'm running that through a homebrew solid state amp. So I'm running comparable to a Barefoot Ranger tonight. It's about a 40 to 45 watt carrier and almost 160 out PEP. So in Emerald Hills, Redwood City, Chuck, on the Tango 9. First starting at 7, I think we reached that part of the year where I guess it'd probably be advantageous to do that. It's okay with me. Probably we could have done a half hour of clearing it in if we started at 7 tonight. So we'll see how it goes here, starting around 8 o'clock. So let's get started here. Welcome to the Monday night. Wednesday, excuse me. Welcome to the first Wednesday night AMI net of 2024. The first one was, of course, Monday night. And the purpose of this net is to promote the restoration, preservation, and enjoyment of AM equipment, including transmitters, receivers, and associated AM type gear. Anyone using AM equipment is welcome, including modern radios capable of creating 2 sidebands in a carrier. You don't need to be a member to join this net. However, as a member of AMI, you'll receive a certificate that has on it your personal ID number. If you would like membership, go to our AMI website, www.aminternational.club. Fill out the membership form and pay a $5 fee. You can also send a self-addressed envelope to John McGrath, N9AMI, P.O. Box 1422, Silver Springs, Nevada, 89429. John N9AMI is also good on QRLZ.com. Your AMI net control tonight is WJ6W. My name is Dave and my AMI number is 1235. I'm located in Tarzana, California, and tonight we're running the Collins 20V2 broadcast transmitter. I'm listening on NICOM 7610 and KFS or Northern Utah, depending on what's working best. So far, KFS is working. The West Coast website that we have is www.westcoastami.com. Please visit the website to keep up on AMI events. Don't forget to support John's efforts and the server costs by clicking on the donate button on the website.
That's done.
And of course, contribute any ideas or comments that would improve the site. Also send John any pictures that you'd like to have on the website. There's also something else I found out. John has a YouTube channel called Wavelength Radio, where he has recorded many of the nets that we participate in. This net, the column Friday night nets, the rigging side and round table, the 40-meter slot nets, and other interesting videos related or not related to ham radio. So I encourage you to go to his YouTube channel and check out Wavelength Radio.
Thanks,
So
Dave.
when I call you, please share your call name and the make and model of your equipment. If you have any buy or sell items, please list them. Let me know if you want to stay for the roundtable after this set, if we have one tonight. So let's take a minute and tune up on this frequency, and we'll get started. This is WJ6W.
Looking good.
And 6 NYX. Check test. And 6 NYX.
WA6JUS. Okay, I caught a couple of other check-ins around. I don't know if there were more, but I've got Steve, KF6SYD, and John, WA6JUS. Before we go on, are there any more who want to go on the list for the AMI net tonight? Come now. Okay, I didn't hear anything local on KFS, so let's continue with we'll start the net, then I'll call out the first four, and I'll help relay this game. If Madison are doing good. Okay, first we have Skip on the list. K6LGL, and then it goes to Andy, KD6TKX, and he sent it to Larry, W6WUH, and Larry sent it to Kevin, WA6JKN, and then turn it back to me. So K6LGL, Skip, go ahead, WJ6W. Thank you very much, Bill. For the West Coast AMI net, Wednesday edition. K6LGL, Skip in Santa Monica. I'm running still my Benson Harbor isolated suitcase. The DXN radio, over 100 watts of cable. So I can transfer, but I do have a fairly decent receiving setup. I'm running the SDI receiver, backed up by my Airlock PMR8, a mobile receiver which I use as a backup. So, and that is a homebrew dipole, microphone D104 with minor acoustic modifications to suit my godly voice, which should use all the help I can get, and so on. AMI numbers 1326-426. I want to wish everybody Happy New Year. A lot of patience. I think they're going to be over the winter propagation. It's going to be trying experience for all of us. But hey, let's keep on doing it and do the best that we can. So over to you, Andy, if you're copying, TV6DKX. Continue on the dialogue, please. K6LGL, Santa Monica Bay to Bay.
K6LGL and the Wednesday AMI net. This is Kilowatt Delta 6 Tango Kilo X-ray. Well, signal's completely left, and now they're coming back, so it's up and down. Thanks, Skip, for taking the early. Thanks, Larry, for helping get the list going, and everybody else that helped too. Actually, it was kind of a village for the early list tonight. This is Andy, located at Kern Mountain, California, which is about 80 miles southwest of Fresno. Tonight I was running a small military rig, but when the bands left, I transitioned over to the College KW1 and 75/8 receiver. The antenna is a resonant band dipole designed by my friend Jeff, got the DBX license built. So yeah, it's been a great antenna. No balance. tuners or anything. Just a straight TV antenna, so it seems to work great. No swap, no round table, but nice to hear everyone tonight. Oh, AMI number 1845, thanks to John. So it was a good year, and now it's my AMI number. Not that I remember 1845, but I heard about it. I didn't hear who I'm supposed to pass it to, so I apologize for that. So I turn it back to you, Dave. WJ6W is 86TKS.
Okay, Andy, hey, I got you on both the local receiver and KFS. Sounding good. Now go to Larry, W6WH. Go ahead, Larry.
Okay, good evening, Dave. Do you copy all right on this rig, or do you want me to go to the higher
Sounds
quality?
good.
I'm copying you good on KFS, and fairly well locally.
Alright, now I'll just stick with this. What the heck? W6WH, Larry in Occidental, AMI number is 800. Running the Gonfit G76 transceiver. I was running the FT450 and the FB200 earlier. Maybe I should go back to that. But anyway, I'm hearing everybody tonight, including NA7RH down there and a couple others. The band was real nice at 7 o'clock. I think Skip started losing reception down at his end about half an hour ago, and started hearing selective fading on him and QSB, so the band changed around, but there you go. One thing I'd like to put out for the swap, I have a perpetual troubleshooter's manual, all 14 volumes. This is like a wall of New York City phone books, and basically schematics and parts information, tune-up information for almost every radio made before World War II, and I like to pass them along to somebody who likes to work on that stuff. My days of doing that are done. I'm good on QRZ, so perpetual troubleshooter's manual with the complete index, which is hard to find if somebody
That's pretty cool.
somebody wants to acquire that. Let's see, and I turn it over to Kevin. W6JKS, W6WH.
Okay, Larry. Yeah, I was just thinking, I have that same volume. Boy, I tell you, it's been real helpful over the years. And you're right, it's got just about everything in there. Let's put it this way. I have not found anything that wasn't in here that I needed. Okay, so anyway, this is Kevin. WE6KKN, Kevin Gilroy. Gilroy is also known as the garlic capital of the world. Gilroy is about 75 miles south of Los Angeles. No, can't be right. No, I'm going to have to flip the map around here. Oh, it's San Francisco. Yeah, so it's about 400 miles north of Los Angeles. Okay, the rig I'm running tonight is the Collins KW1, so I guess we have two of them on tonight. 75A4. Larry, you switched rigs, but you're still the strongest signal I've heard so far. And it's just propagation, I'm sure. Skip, your signal came way up. That was a surprise. I was wondering if you were sneaking your Globe King 500 or something, because you were almost 20 over S9. That I haven't seen in a long time. All right, now I do have kind of a QST. Matter of fact, a couple of them here. I'll get through them as quickly as I can. One of them is, I introduced it as related to AMI, and it's real juicy information. And that is, Netflix has a show called All the Light We Cannot See. That's the name of the program, All the Light We Cannot See. Just to give you a real short description, it's World War II, towards the end of World War II, and it has a lot of radios
just about every scene has a radio, an AM amplitude modulation transmitter. I don't know if it's a German transmitter or a French transmitter. This is something that I heard that Brian at MI6Q or maybe KU6TKX can answer. But it's a 4-part miniseries on Netflix. It's about a young French girl broadcasting using an amplitude modulation transmitter, and it's pretty interesting storyline. So if you like armed military radios, I'd like to know, for one, is it a real transmitter and receiver? It looks like it is. So I'd like to hear someone report back on that sometime in the future. Okay. The second QST, hang on a second here. I got a script that I need to follow here. It's very important that I follow the script. And that's the wrong one. That one's to someone else. Let's see, where is it here? I better find it quick. And here it is. Okay, so this one here is about the ARRL and AMI, or amplitude modulation. I should say, correct that, amplitude modulation. A while back, I thought I would check back with the ARRL and see what they've done with amplitude modulation on their website, because it was deleted. And then Steve got involved, and others got involved, and they apparently got our presence back with the ARRL, and they now have ARRL.org/amplitude-modulation. It's a website that has a wealth of information for the beginners and the old-timers. It has everything from solid state to vintage gear, tubes, and it's got so much information that I'm not going to go over every part of it, but it's the most comprehensive website I think that we have today for amplitude modulation. It's got all the technical stuff in it. It's got how-tos and how to hook up amplifiers and all that kind of stuff. It's pretty darn impressive. And so it also gives us what I call a seat at the table. So with upcoming regulatory discussions and things like that, it's kind of comforting to know that we have a strong organization, whether you like ARRL or not, that will be there for us and promote amplitude modulation going forward. It reaches out to the young, has something for them because it's got all the digital stuff and stuff like that, and then of course the stuff for the old timers with the vintage and the tubes and all that kind of stuff. It's got videos, and it's got one of the AM folks that everybody knows, and that's Tim Smith, Timtron. He's in there. He helped the laboratory, the ARRL laboratory, a couple of years ago, I think it's been now, put together a broadcast transmitter on the ham bands. So there's a nice video in there of Timtron and what he had to go through to get that rig on the air. I thought it was something that the AMI folks on the West Coast would be interested in taking a look at and have it as something you can refer to in the future. All right, well that's it. That was my two big comments for QST. Thank you very much. This was pre-coordinated with Dave, so thank you very much, Dave, for letting me do that. I guess it goes back to you since I did not have a handoff. WD6W with the AMI West Coast. WA6JKN.
Okay, Kevin, very good. Now, yeah, that was pre-coordinated, but I forgot. My fault, but I'm glad you got that in there about the AM, ARL, AM information. So thanks a lot. And the Netflix movie, yeah, we heard about that, and we haven't looked at it yet, but sounds interesting. And something somewhat related, I got an email that Bob Heimer, EID, sent out today, that he's got an article which is on the front page of QRZ, and it's about single sideband or AM windows. So it's about the gentleman's agreement on the AM windows, which he's a very strong supporter of. So go to QRZ when you have a chance and check that out. Another associated AM article there. Okay, let's see. Kevin, you were really strong down here in Southern California, so I'm sure everybody heard you. And Larry, I said you weren't that strong locally, but you were. You were 20 over here on the G76, and on the KFS you're about 30 over, so you were doing fantastic. Okay, let me see if there's anyone else who wants to get on the list for the AMI net. Come now.
I guess my new antenna is working.
Oh, Larry, yes it is. Yeah, it's doing a fine job. So, no, very good. All right, let's see. Let's continue on with the next four. I have next W6YEC George, and then it goes to N6QQU. That's Mike. Mike, please turn it to KD6BWS Ron. And I'm anxious to see how your signal is, Ron, tonight with the conditions as they are. And then Ron, turn it over to M6WHK. Go ahead, George, W6YEC. It's your turn.
All right, Dave. Good evening there, everybody. W6YEC down here in Lemon Grove, AMI 1197. Running the normal setup right now, the Viking Ranger 2, driving a sugar base of 220 for about 350 watts or thereabouts. Been playing around with my iPhone tonight. Thank you, Kevin, for all the help. Get me up and running. And we're just going to do a little fine tuning of it now. And it will be ready for regular use as I need it. Anyway, appreciate that. By the way, I did see the movie, The Light You Cannot See. It's a good movie. It's worth watching. And as Kevin described it, it's about the war. And between the French and the German, I think the relational dimension there. And some guy helping a young lady that was into the radio stuff doing relays. And so we won't say anything more about it, because I don't remember all that much. Anyway, no on a round table tonight. And we're listening on the Hamlin H2110 Alpha. And thought the band was totally gone, and then all of a sudden it reappeared. That's pretty cool.
Why do I keep looking this way? I'm watching the level on the receiver because you're just getting it in the air. I don't have it feeding into the computer. So it's up and down.
All right, thanks, George. W6YEC, KM6QU. And, excuse me. Everybody's signals definitely came way up. I definitely thought the band was completely gone. So, luckily it held in there. I'm running the Johnson Viking Valiant with the Turner Plus free microphone and receiving on the GPR 90. Full-wave loop antenna being tuned in by the SA 2060A Heathkit antenna tuner. AMI number is 1768. This is Mike out of Yucca Valley. So, no on the round table, no on the swap. I'll be listening through for a little while longer. So, on to Phil. Ron. KD6BWS, that's KM6QU.
Okay, Mike, KM6QQU, KD6BWS, no problem, stuck around. Not too bad, because it came over before the band came back.
Dave and Skip a little bit. And then all of a sudden, everything came back. So anyway, Ryan and Josh were true, and AMI number is 1671. And tonight I'm on the Valiant version 1 and 150 watt carrier, and doing it with a Turner Plus 3 microphone, receiving on the MC125 with the Q multiplier hooked up, and all that's going to the Drake W4 watt meter, to the SM2040 antenna tuner, and that's coaxing up to the 1.1 wire, about 25 feet, with a quarter wave counterpoise off the shield laying on the ground. And no one to swap at the round table, but thank goodness I hope the band holds up the rest of the way through, which I will be listening all the way through. So with that, I guess I'll give it to Phil. N6WHK. Phil, your turn. Go ahead, KD6VWS.
Phil will be right.
KD6VWS. November 6th, Whiskey Hotel Kilo. They're paying good. Has changed a little bit for the better. AMI is 1661. Running Johnson Viking Ranger. HQ 110 Hammerland for the receive. L4B for the put a little fire in the wire. About 200 watts. Johnson Matchbox to keep it under control.
After my turn, I'll switch over to the this receiver.
D104 mic. An FB610 scope to keep an eye on the pattern, and believe me, it looks really good. About 235 feet of wire, and kind of a loop configuration. Listening to the golden tones on a Hammerland speaker. And everybody's really sounding good on it. I'm not going to hang around for the round table, but I will listen out. So back to net control. WJ6W and 6WHK.
Okay, so thanks. Yeah, the band has really come back. So I don't know. It's hard to say. It's so unpredictable as to when the best time to start the net is. But anyway, we're thankful it's back for now. And Ron, you always have been a reliable signal, and you're plus 10 down here. But maybe because the band came back. I know some winters it's really rough to hear you, or some periods of the year. But usually you've been very reliable when we need a relay. Okay, let's see. Let's go with the next four. Next four we have is KN6IYC, Larry. Good evening to you, Larry. I followed you last night on the Vintage Sideband Roundtable. And then it goes to N6NYX, Frank, then turn it to WA6HCX, George. Good evening to you. And then it goes to John, N9AMI, our website host and executive director of AMI. So John, N9AMI, then turn it back to me. KM6IYC, Larry, go ahead.
Whoop. Not hearing Larry too good. Sorry, Larry. He's coming back. I appreciate you guys hanging in there. Like, share, subscribe, but comment below on what you want to see on some of these nets and how you want to see it. SDR, old school. Comment below. I got a pup dog down here. She's staying out of camera.
NYX, it's your turn. N6NYX, I think I had that written down wrong as far as the name, Greg. N6NYX, one more time, go ahead. Okay, I guess you left us, so it goes next to George. W6HCX, WJ6W.
Okay, very good, Dave. Fantastic signal coming from you tonight, so apparently the band has seriously improved. Name is George, located in San Ynez Valley, AMI number 951, running the Collins 20B. Tonight, also Collins 75A4. Let me add something to Kevin's story. All the light one cannot see. I remember reading the book a couple of years ago, and then 2 nights ago I did watch it on Netflix. And the background of the story is basically a young boy, German, is listening to these shortwave broadcasts, 810 or something like that, megahertz. At the same time, the girl, the French car, Paris, is blind, and she listens to this along with, and the broadcaster is what they call a professor. Interesting school, about rural out, the whole world, and it turns out the boy is a genius. He fixes radios in the 1930s. He's inducted in the German army to work with radios. The girl, of course, towards the end of the war, moves to an island in south of France, and she has the transmitter, and she continues that tradition of the professor. Anyhow, fantastic story. I do recommend it, and particularly the view of dictators. Oh my God. It's brutal to watch what human beings can do to other human beings if they just like. Anyhow, I do recommend that. And again, Dave, beautiful signal. Not a terrible, even I've listened to you. Just sounding great. And I missed the call sign to John. You know who you are. Go ahead, pick it up, John.
Okay, George. Thank you. Very good. Good signal. Good signal. N9 AMI in Silver Springs, Nevada, AMI 1488. Good to be here tonight. Good to hear everybody. Seems like conditions are pretty good. And I am recording this. So appreciate the words from Dave there. So I got to run out, and I'll try and do this as fast as possible. A few items of business. The website, the West Coast website, I think it was last week, I took down the donate. No more donating. KF6SYD, WJ6W, KK6IRZ, and Larry KN6IYC all donated. I'll eat the rest for the rest of the year. Don't worry about it. I sincerely appreciate your guys' support on that, and that helps a lot for the server cost and whatnot, and we're good to go there. So, but if you have suggestions, like Dave said, or any photos you want up there, and photos on the international site, the headquarters site. That's great too. And so that's that. Item number 2. The AMI Jamboree was a pretty good success, being the first time back over 25 years. And the the big gun winners, we had the high power class, Jason, KJ6 VRC from California. He took high power. Medium power was Matt, KD0EZS. He was in Kansas. And Bill, from Bill KK7 KE, yeah, KK7 KK, KE7 KK. Geez, I don't even know his call sign. He's in North Dakota. He took the low power. And multiple folks had sent in some of their logs and got a participation certificate. So, and if you guys have any logs that even if you have 2 people, email them to me, and I will get you a participation certificate. Because I had put 25 or more on there. I'll change that for this upcoming one this year. And make it a little bit easier. And that's that on the Jamboree. And it'll be happening 11/29 of 24 this year. So Thanksgiving looked like it was a little bit later. So Black Friday again. And more information to come on that. And also, let's see, Dave mentioned about Bob Howell's little deal on QRZ. You can find that right on the front page there. You can't miss it on on the articles, mentioning about the gentleman's agreement and AM Windows, and there's a large discussion on there which I responded in support of Bob. And he, something we've been plagued with interference issues for a long time. The Saturday morning roundtable that was around for a really long time disappeared because of that issue. Guys didn't want to have World War II going on, World War III going on, like the sideband AM wars way back when. So yeah, if you can get on there and post your comments. I'm not going to tell you what to post. Your comments are your comments, and support or maybe ideas about it. The league will see it. There will be some upcoming things that I'm not going to mention yet that are happening, and I'll just leave it at that. But it's good stuff. It's good stuff. So that's it for the business. BC 610 tonight. I had a little problem with that. It's been down for a bit, so she's up and running again. And our 388 and quarter wave vertical, 65 foot tall for this window right here. Dave, coming back to you. Hopefully it wasn't too long. WJ6W, thanks for everything. N9AMI.
Okay, John, well, thanks for all the information there. That's, you're full of info tonight, and thanks for supporting the website for us for the rest of the year, and we'll have a fund drive again next year. Okay, and maybe we can fully fund it. So, let's see, and great on the AM Jamboree, going well, and the new one coming up next year around Thanksgiving.
This year.
So, anyway, going good. AC 610 is doing fine. Everyone's doing great. George, you sound fantastic. M6AF, Chuck. Then turn it over to W7MS, Mike. And then goes to W6IRD, Wayne.
Better audio on this guy.
There. And then Wayne, turn it to Matthew, N4DLA. That's N4DLA, Matthew. And then back to me. M6AF, WJ6W. N6AF, Chuck, you there? Go ahead.
I'm going to drop the plate since I'm not going to be on again.
You're up, Chuck. Nothing heard. Are you hearing anything, Larry? Not a thing. Okay, thank Thank you very much. All right, Mike, W7MS, it's your turn.
Mike and Reno. Yeah, Chuck must be giving a 16.9 rig a rest, or the MRF 429 quad.
Mike, I switched to the better antenna for you.
Amplifier, so hello Chuck if you're out there somewhere. But let me see, good conversation, get some good information. Great to hear from John and the wrap up on the AMI Jamboree and the plans for this coming year. And the start date just happens to be on my birthday, so
Noted, Mike, noted.
Maybe a good reason to celebrate their participate in.
I'm coming to your house, Mike, for that.
But to business, AMI number 216, tonight running the old reliable Collins 30K4, 310C1 VFO, listening on the Rockwell Collins 51S1 solid state receiver on the Philips amplified D104. Antennas, coax, dipole, nothing exciting, but like some people like to say, it's homemade, which I always consider
Wow, that's some fading.
so that's good for that. But Dave, great signals. Everybody's talking about concerns about propagation, but stations say such as mine,
Band's changing again.
W6RD. John, you got a great signal from Reno. This is Wayne, the Sea Orange. And yeah, I've been sitting here listening. The band's been up and down like a yo-yo.
Wayne's good tonight.
And, I didn't hear Skip at all at first. He did come up when he checked in, but that's the only time I heard him. Most of you guys come through. And most of you now are coming through pretty good. So I won't keep it too long myself. I'm going to have a piece of pie and do some other things.
Nice.
So I thought I'd just take this time to say hello to everybody. Hope everybody had a good holiday.
One of the best signals tonight,
I'm
Wayne.
feeling a lot better. Walker without a cane. I'm doing much better. So with that, I'll say 73 to everybody. Hope you're doing just fine. And W6, W6I heard you. Okay, Wayne, very good.
Wow, the band has
good to hear
changed
you're
again.
feeling better, you sound good, and well, the transmitter sounds good as well, of course. And let's see, how was I listening? I was listening to you locally here, and came through pretty well. Okay, it goes to Matthew, N4DLA, WJ6W.
Okay. Thank you very much. WJ6W and the West Coast AMI net. This is Matthew, N4DLA in Orinda, California, about 6. AMI number 1618, transmitting with a night T150K, speed modulated, crystal controlled, around 50 watts carrier, into a 75-meter coaxial dipole, so be down to 60 feet, straight fed. Microphone with a true 454H depth microphone. Keeping with the T150A good night bar 100A and the matching SA speakers. No on swap, no on round table. Really great signals tonight. Dave, you're 20 over here. I hate to tell if you were the loudest I've heard you in quite a while. You're almost 20 over here. Quite big to stay on 6 wide. And there was a station on from Santa Clarita that early that said they were running 25 watts. Santa Clarita, I think it's K6COX. They were 20 over here. So maybe that 7 o'clock sounds like a magic hour here for AMI. So AMI, thanks for everything on the wavelength radio channel as well as the otherwise, great things on everybody, great hearing over the equipment. Thanks to Christmas deal to keep you early. And thanks to for everybody. Go back to net control, WJ6W on the West Coast AMI net. And for DLA, WJ6W turning. Okay, Matthew. Well, unfortunately, you were missing locally here, but on KFS, you're going strong, and you sound very good. Very good. That night T150 sounds amazing. So excellent. Okay, and I forgot to mention Mike MS sounding very good on your setup there.
Man, I could probably go to 13.
And of course John as well on the BC610. Okay,
Dave, you're booming.
more on the list, so let's go and go with those. We'll go out to
13KY.
to Arizona to George, W8 Victor Golf, and then stay there with NA7RH after you, George, and maybe I'll need to help with that one. And then NA7RH, Bob, turn it to Steve, KF6SYD, and Steve, turn it to John, WA6JUS, and then back to me. So George, go ahead, W8 Victor Golf, WJ6W.
All right, very good. The WJ6W and the Wednesday night AMI group. Here is George, W8 Victor Golf, out here in Oro Valley, Arizona, about 10 miles north of the old Pueblo, Tucson, Arizona. And I'm copying everybody pretty good here tonight. Yeah, the band was a little squirrely. I could only hear the guys up north. So I could hear Skip really well and the guys up north. And then, right about start time, I was hearing everybody. So, anyways, listening on the R390 tonight. Not an A. It's an old 1951 contract model. Motorola made for Collins. Probably as a subcontractor. Listening on that, no KFS tonight. I'm hearing just about everybody with the regular local receiver, so that is good. And antennas and inverted V up about, about 40, 45 feet and fed with ladder line down here to a homebrew tuner. So that's what we're running. Good net, enjoyed it. Is copying everybody. My AMI number is 1814, and nothing to buy, sell, swap, or trade. And I don't know if there's going to be a round table. We might just listen, but I won't hang around for it. Got to go tune in. We're an hour ahead here, so it's coming up on 10 o'clock. Anyways, Dave, thanks so much for running the net. Got a great signal down here into southeastern Arizona. And Skipper, thanks so much for picking me up on the earlies. Let's see, we'll keep her moving here. Goes up to my neighbor to the north, Bob, on the Sweep Tube Special. Up to you, Bob, NA7RH, W8VG.
Ooh, Bob's weak tonight. Just funky band conditions. So fast forward through the static.
Okay, hopefully everyone's hearing me a little bit. At least I can see the carrier there on KFS, so maybe I'm getting into there okay. And I had to turn on KFS at the last minute to hear not much to report around here, just working with Indian and some of the target. Everyone's got a bit of noticing. On to speed. So that's going to be in the net, NA7RH.
All right, Bob. NA7RH and the group KF6SYD, Stephen Long Beach, AMI 1708, CCA AM 1000D transmitter. And fairly good signals tonight. A little bit on KFS too, but it did kind of come back after the net started. Kevin, WA6JKN, I'm sure we all appreciate so much you keeping abreast and letting us know about all these things. I'm going to check it all out, the stuff you're talking about. And so thank you, Kevin. And John, N9AMI, I appreciate, I suppose we all appreciate all the work you do for the group. And thank you for doing it. And thank you for your continued work to keep our organization going and organized. I appreciate it very much. I'm sure we all do. Skip, thanks for doing the earlies. Somehow I copied you better tonight than most times. I wonder what you might have changed over there. I don't know when to have the net, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, and who knows when the propagation is going to actually be good on any particular night. I'm willing to do it either way. It's just fine with me. But as far as having some
7:30.
kind of idea of
Try
which one we'd
7:30.
be happier with, I don't know. It's every night's different as far as propagation goes.
You're right. You're right.
So I guess lately 7 o'clock has started out good always. So we might get that if we switch to 7. So you guys can let me know.
Try 7:30 for experiment.
What we all want to do, we can figure that out. Dave, thanks for running the net. You're doing a great job. We appreciate that. Went to the SWAT meet and you didn't miss anything. That was the most bleak looking. There was just almost nobody there selling things. And a very empty parking lot of buyers. And the guy with the cameras wasn't there, so I didn't get to. I just got to talk to Jay and Juan and walk around a little bit. There was just a few people there selling. And then there was, Jay's not here again tonight. I didn't want to talk to him, but I want to find out about the man in the gorilla suit. Walk through and talk to, or is it gorilla or Wookiee from Star Wars? There's somebody, it's furry. And he had a girl with him, and he's passing out business cards and talking to everybody. I didn't want to talk to him, but I think Jay did, and he got a card, so I'm trying to find out what that was. But I'll bump into Jay sometime and get to ask him. But hey, no round table for me, and wonderful net tonight. That's nice, and I really enjoyed it. I'm supposed to turn it over to John, and I'm going to leave it up to you then. WA6JUS to get it next. Good evening, everyone. KF6SYD.
It's your turn. Yes, John, it's your turn. Go ahead. Thank you, David. WJ6G units, John, and Trevor Curry Base of San Diego. My number is 258. This is the big Mambu. Let's see, I'm looking. Just want to check. Is my signal getting through? Yeah, good strong signal up here, John. Okay, real good. Because I lost one of my scopes, but it seems to be fine. Okay. Real busy out in Alpine and then at Winded Sea too. So recuperating and hanging in there, I guess. And I'll stick around for the round table. Dave, back to you. WJ6W, WA6JUS. Yeah, okay, John, very good. You know, I only have 2 people now on the round table, with the addition of yourself, so it won't be too big. But very good, John. And Steve, well, I'm glad you gave TRW a try, but that's too bad, especially the guy with the cameras isn't there. But yeah, the holiday period is pretty bad down there. I don't think they expect a lot of people, a lot of shoppers, to be down there that time of year. So maybe we'll give it a try next time, and maybe we'll see this guy with the gorilla suit and find what that's all about. NE7RH, Bob, you were 10 over here on the local receiver, so you were doing very good with your little radio there and the W2IHY box. Victor Gulf George, sound like a broadcaster as usual. Very, very good signal here. So that's the list as I have it. One last call for anyone who wants to get on the list tonight for the AMI net. Come on. Okay, nothing heard, so with that we'll close the net for tonight. And thanks for everyone's participation. It was a pretty good turnout considering the conditions, and things did improve, of course. So I have only 2 on the list for roundtable. I have Larry, W6WUH, and then John, W6JUS. Is there anyone else who wants to get on the list for the roundtable? Come now. Okay, guys, if you're still there, go ahead. I'll turn it over to you, Larry. W6WUH, and then you turn it to W6JUS. Good night, everybody.
Okay, guys, that's it. I hope you you're hearing what I'm hearing out of the receiver. I don't have anything mic'd, any kind of line jacks going into anything for this kind of setup, but hope you enjoyed it. Catch you next time, and remember, comment down below. What do you think? You think it sucked? Comment that it sucked. And this year, going to try and do other things besides just the nets, but I'll try and keep up on putting the nets out there, because I think that's important to people, and kind of, you know, for posterity, especially some of the vintage nets and other interesting nets. But like I said, we'll try and do a little bit more techie stuff, reviews on some of this old junk here, and new junk, and upcoming SDR transceivers, flex radio, and an Anon. One versus the other. What do I think about it? Remoting, the whole routine. It'll probably be a pretty long techie video, but should be interesting. Catch you next time. Like, share, subscribe. Wavelength Radio. See ya.